What you guys are about to learn are 5 crazy seduction hacks used only by high-value men that, when used effectively, will have girls asking you where your boyfriend's at. Starting with number 1, attention control. One of the most powerful psychological concepts available to men involves attention. And in psychology, the more that we cannot get something, or the more that we are forbidden to have something, the more that we actually want that thing. Telling somebody that they can't have something is actually the most effective way to get them to want the thing even more. And the way that a man wields attention is far more important now than ever before, with so many things and people trying to get our attention these days from every angle. You see, men who girls view as only mildly attractive, or worse, not attractive at all, are men who don't know how to wield their attention. And one of the worst things that you can do if you actually want to be attractive to girls is to allow girls to choose where your attention goes. You see, one of the easiest ways for a girl to decide or to find out if you're a high-value man or an unattractive man is to simply look at how easy it is for her to grab your attention. And then when she has your attention, how easy is it for her to maintain it? Something that you guys need to understand, if you want to ascend to the level of a man with extraordinary value, is that girls crave attention more than pretty much anything else in existence. Oftentimes, you have girls out there with a lot of game who will play like they don't want or need your attention, but every girl actually loves getting attention from an attractive guy. But it's a bit of a paradox, because the more attention that you give a girl, the less that she actually wants of it. You see, one of the most powerful seduction hacks, or one of the most seductive things that a man can ever do, is to make it really difficult for a girl to get his attention. You see, most guys, especially in the modern world, are easily seduced, and they are willing to give their attention away as if it holds no value at all. And when an attractive girl so much as walks by them, they can't help but turn and look, but they can't help but turn and give away their attention for free. You see, making it difficult for a girl to get your attention, or making it difficult to get you to even so much as look at her, is one of the most seductive yet subtle things that high-value men can do, that you can start doing today. Number 2, unshakable. Now, if we look at some of the most high-value, most sought-after men in Hollywood and in real life, we can see that they all have something in common. And this thing is that they are unshakable. You see, one of the most unattractive things that a man can do is to freak out while under pressure. And the unfortunate reality of the modern world is that most guys have no clue how to act while they're under pressure, and by the time they figure it out, it's oftentimes too late. It's not a coincidence that in most movies, when something goes terribly wrong, you usually see a woman screaming and running around frantically. One of the most important things that makes high-value men so incredibly seductive is their ability to stay calm and cool while under pressure, instead of running around and screaming frantically while everybody else is freaking out. But I'm not just talking about staying cool and collected while you're being chased by a lion in the Serengeti. I'm talking about staying calm and cool while you are under something called social pressure. See, a high-value man's ability to stay cool and collected under social pressure is immensely seductive, but oddly enough, many men are just not able to do this. Social pressure is the feeling that you get when you're at a party and the most alpha guy there walks up to you and starts interrogating you and asking you why you're at the party in front of a bunch of people. That's an example of social pressure. Or when you go up to a girl in public and she totally rejects you in front of everybody. Those are examples of social pressure, and your ability to stay calm and cool while under this pressure, especially when there's a bunch of other people watching, is what sets high-value men apart from those who girls just don't find very attractive. And like everything in life, in order to improve your ability to stay calm and cool under pressure, you have to regularly put yourself in situations where you will be under a lot of social pressure, so that you can learn how to handle these situations and how to come out on top. Number 3, hard to impress. Every day, tens of millions of guys see a girl and they are immediately impressed by her. And it doesn't really make sense, does it? Guys regularly look at girls as if they are witnessing a live collision of 2 galaxies, when what they are really looking at is just another human being who is just like you and I. So many guys are impressed at any little thing that a girl does, not realizing that it is precisely this behavior that almost guarantees that they will never be viewed by females as a man with incredible value. You see, if you act super impressed with every little thing that a girl does, she's always going to view you as a great friend, but she's never going to be actually attracted to you. You see, one of the most seductive things that a man can do, aside from controlling how much attention he gives out, is simply making himself hard to impress. If you're like most other guys who are impressed by nothing more than a pretty face, you are going to get treated just like every other guy, because why wouldn't you be? There's nothing seductive about a guy who is impressed by nothing more than a girl's physical beauty. And when you make yourself hard to impress, what you're actually doing is you are demonstrating that a little bit of physical beauty simply does not impress you. And that's going to put you in a category that is above 90% of most of the men out there, because most guys just simply can't keep it in their pants. Now, most guys are so easily impressed and captivated by a little bit of beauty that they lose all of their attractiveness from the viewpoint of pretty much any girl, because they just can't stop staring at girls and they can't stop doing things that show that they are immensely impressed by the slightest little thing that a girl does. Number 4, keeping it real. In a world where most people are too scared to be themselves, keeping it real has great value. And it truly takes a man with high value to be authentic while everybody else is terrified of being judged. One of the most unattractive things that a man can do is to be fake. Now, for most people, it's really not that hard to figure out if a person is being genuine or if a person is being fake. And being fake doesn't always mean that you're trying to play some outrageous character that's not who you truly are. Being fake can be a number of different things. It takes true courage and true confidence and self-esteem to be authentic, because most people just simply cannot do it. You see, most people in the world today are so worried about what other people think of them that they'll literally go their entire lives missing out on so many things, and then by the time that they realize it, it's just too late. Not many things are as seductive to a woman as a man who is not afraid to be authentic and to live life without the fear of how others will judge him. Even the guys out there who make mistakes all the time and are generally not viewed as very good people are still going to be viewed as 10 times more of a man than the guys who are too scared to be authentic. Every time that you wanted to say something but didn't, every time you wanted to truly enjoy an experience with some girl that you're with but didn't because you couldn't be yourself around other people, anytime that a man stops being afraid to be authentic and be comfortable in his own skin is a time when he is going to become insanely seductive. So always do your best to be authentic, always do your best to keep it real. Number 5, talking. Now, for any masculine man, talking feels like nothing more than a way to exchange information, because as men, that is what we typically use talking for. And it's very rare that you'll find men talking to other men just for the sake of being able to talk with them. So because of this, the verbal game that most guys have tends to be pretty weak. Now, I've mentioned in previous videos that talking literally releases chemicals within a girl's brain that makes her feel high. And when a girl is feeling very high, it's 100 times easier for her to feel seduced by you, because she's going to be having all these great euphoric feelings, and she is going to attribute those feelings to you and to being around you as if you are the one who caused those feelings. So simply being interested in a girl and getting her to really talk about the things that are important to her or the things that make her feel good, and honing your ability to get girls to really open up to you is one of the most seductive things that a man can do by far. You see, all humans have a built-in urge to feel important, and when you get somebody talking about themselves and the things that they truly care about, what you have done is you have unlocked what is truly one of the most seductive things that a man can do, which is backed up by basic human psychology that says that if you are able to make somebody feel important, and if you're able to make somebody feel really good about themselves, they will attribute all of those great feelings to you, and they will want to spend more time around you, and that will make you insanely more seductive than most other guys out there. This has been 5 crazy seduction hacks, and with that said, as always, thank you guys so much, and until next time, thanks for watching.